Hello everyone, I am Brianna and welcome to my channel. Today is day 17 of Vlogmas and I have a homeschool video for you. So the focus today is morning time. This is the time of day where my kids and I are gathered around the kitchen table having discussions, they're asking questions, and sometimes we're just being silly together. It is one of my most favorite time of day in our homeschool because it has rich conversations and I just get to see my kids' personalities. Now, I do paint this as like such a wonderful time and it's a great, in my head, it's like this great picture, and it is. But there are some hard days sprinkled in where I'm like, you guys, listen, or come back over here. I'm sure that you deal with that too in your homeschool. But what I want to start out with is just give you an idea of how I guess I want to say run our morning time. So I start out cooking breakfast and I always make eggs or bacon or eggs on toast or oatmeal, or it's some sort of a warm breakfast for them. And while I'm doing that, I turn on an audiobook. It could be one of the challenge level books from CC that we are listening to all together. It could be one that I have chosen for them. It could be one that one of them was like, oh, I want to listen to that. So it's just a variety of different books that I like. For me, when I don't have time in the morning to sit down and read to them, it is so easy to just pop on an audiobook and have everyone listen to it while I'm cooking. It feels like I'm not wasting time. Obviously, I'm not wasting time cooking food for my family, but it gets the day started and it gets it rolling. And we normally start around 8 a.m. That seems to be a good time for us. Everyone has slowly woken up and we are just ready to start our day. So after I cook the food, I serve them and we all gather and we sit around our kitchen table. And while we eat, we will either listen to a portion of scripture. And like this month, for example, we are going through the book of Luke. And I will just turn on my Bible.is app. It's just perfect. I really like that app. If you haven't heard of it, search it in the App Store. So it's Bible.is. And it's like you're listening to a play of the Bible. There are different characters and different voices for those characters. They're not, like when I say play, it kind of makes you think that they're retelling the story, but they're not retelling it. They are reading the Bible. You can set your version, so ESV or whatever, and you can follow along in the Bible or just simply listen. So we do that. And then I have a Bible curriculum from Driven by Grace. Lindsay created these to go along with the Classical Conversations Bible questions. Now, the Bible questions for CC are not officially CC content or curriculum. I believe a mom created it and it just became popular and it was approved by CC. I know that this was approved by CC as well. But it's really neat because it asks the question. So the question for this specific week 14, we haven't gotten here yet, by the way. We are only on week 12. CC goes on break so they have to do week 1 through 12 before Christmas. So December, usually everyone's done the beginning of December. And then in January, you start back up and you go through week 13 to 24. So in this specific week, the question that's asked, describe Jacob's son, Joseph. And the answer is Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and later used his position in Egypt to save his brothers and father from famine. She gives the Bible reading, so Genesis 37, Genesis 39, Genesis 41 and Genesis 45. Those are like, there are 4 of them here. So what I would do is do one on Tuesday, do one on Wednesday, do another on Thursday, and then another one on Friday. She also has additional learning. There's videos and books that you can add into your week. We actually don't do those. We strictly just read the Bible and then read what she has. All of this information that she is telling us more about who Joseph was. So I just absolutely love this. It digs into different topics, different people of the Bible. Like the first questions on week 1 and 2 were about the creation, like what happened on certain days. There was a question about the Tower of Babel. The question was, people spoke one language until what major historical event? And the answer is the Tower of Babel. And so then she just goes, she as in Lindsay, goes and digs deeper into the story of the Tower of Babel and gives you history background with that. So these studies are so great. The good thing is too, is that you don't have to be a part of classical conversations to use these. You can use it alone without being in a community or without even doing CC, which is great because you're still learning so much about the Bible. Okay, another thing that I sprinkle in, and this is not something that we do every single day. We do this when time allows. It is a study, a Bible study from Not Consumed. And we are doing Don't Blow Up, Seeking God's Way Instead of Anger. I was seeing a little bit of anger in some of my kids, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just all study about this and just see what the Bible has to say about anger. It has been great to look at this, read the Bible, and I'm like, let me get to a day that we haven't filled out yet. We're just having conversations about this, and it is just really special. One of my kids in particular asks like, okay, are we doing that study? Because I really want to do it today. So here is day 20. This is what a lesson looks like. This one is the parent guide, and there are different levels. So let me see, there are youth, junior, primary, and pre-K. So an example for day 20, for pre-K, look at how simple. They're just coloring a picture, and I just read to them what it says, and they're done. So it's not like this huge, it doesn't take a lot of time, is what I'm trying to say. And sprinkling that in has been very fruitful, and my kids are learning a lot from it, and so I'm thankful for it. Once we're done with this one, we'll all get on the website together and try to pick one that we want to go through. I didn't give them a choice for this first one, but the second one, we'll all try to decide on what we want to learn about most the next time. So in our morning time, we have CC review, and that doesn't take too long. I just go over that week's questions, and then we're done. My older son, who is in foundations, he studies his memory work all on his own. And my younger kids, I feel like if I review it with them just for a little bit, I feel like that's okay. And then I like to sprinkle in history or science in our morning time to end it. And I feel like it rounds it out. It's a way to kind of get history or science out of the way, because after morning time, we focus on individual things that they need to do. So math, language arts. I'm working with my littles and going through their work because they can't work on their own. So after doing that, I don't really want to go back to history or science. So I have found that for myself, I like getting it out of the way so that it's finished. We decided to start using Gather Round Homeschool again. I used Gather Round for a couple of years. The units are really special. We are all together learning about the same thing, but in their student workbooks, they're expanding at their age level. which is really, really neat. We get great conversations from this. As Rebecca would say, rabbit holes, of information. We try to look things up when we can. So I store mine in a binder. And instead of getting the student pages like spiral bound or putting them in their own binder, I just grab some folders and put all of their pages in the folder like this. And then we pull out the pages of the lesson that we're on, so they work on those, and then they put them back in their binder once they are filled out. So this specific unit study is all on Africa. We have gone to Morocco and Egypt. We've been to just a bunch of different places, and it gives us the information that is interesting. Land, like the land that's around there, the animals, their culture, the food they eat, even their flag. It will tell us what their flag looked like, their population, different things. And then they have extension activities where it's like, okay, find it on the globe. And this one, what is this? Yeah, look up this pot. There's interesting facts. I don't know. I have just found that when I started using Gather Round again, I felt like, okay, this is the right thing that we should be doing. I tried other history curriculums. Like you guys, I keep trying to use the Simply Charlotte Mason. It's history, geography, and Bible all in one, because I had a wonderful year 1 year with it. It worked perfectly for us. And I don't know, maybe that was just that 1 year and we were meant to use that study. But I felt like starting out this year with it, we were kind of forcing it. And then I'm like, I don't know why I stopped Gather Round, but I'm gonna try it again. And boy, am I glad that I did, because my kids like it, I like it, and it's just a perfect addition to our morning time. So I like to switch between history and science. Last year, our schedule was history on Tuesday and Thursday and science on Wednesday and Friday. And I did that because with science, if there was an experiment, I wanted that to land on a Friday, because I just felt like I had more time on a Friday. We were kind of rounding out our week, and I thought that maybe we had more time. I found that I didn't like that schedule though. I am trying something this year where we're doing a history unit, and we're just, diving in and just with history until that unit is done. And then I will switch to a science unit, and we will go completely through that science unit and then finish it, and then pick a history unit. So I'm still swapping history, and science, but instead of per week, it is per unit. And so it could last a month or two for a history unit, and then a month or two for a science unit. And that seems to be working. We're not bouncing around too much, and we're able to enjoy the unit that we're on, and we're not getting overwhelmed. Okay, I think that is all that I need to share with you about our morning time. Again, I do want to say that it really is my most special time in our homeschool day. I am going to be creating more homeschool content for you. I put out that poll on the community tab on YouTube asking, do you want to see more homeschool videos? Do you want to see more planning videos? And it was close, the percentage, but homeschool won. So during Vlogmas, you guys wanted to see more homeschool videos. I am only going to be able to do a few during Vlogmas, but I will continue putting homeschool videos on my channel if that is something that you would like. I am going to do a homeschool math video. I was going to break it into different grade levels, but I figured doing videos by subject would be easier for me. So this first one was morning time. Then I'll do one that is our homeschool math. And then I'll do another one that's homeschool language arts. I'm not going to be posting them, consecutively. I will be kind of spacing them out, but they will come out during Vlogmas. So keep an eye for those. I also have my homeschool planner that I'm setting up, and I'm going to, at the first of the year, start homeschool plan with me's. I know that, I think that's something that people want to see, and I know I like watching homeschool plan with me, so I am going to try to make it happen and have that on my channel. All right, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow on Vlogmas Day 18. I can't believe we're already on Day 18 tomorrow. Crazy. All right, talk to you soon. Bye, you guys.